Welcome to our delectable journey into the world of baking with Michigan cherries. In this video, we'll guide you through everything you need to know to create the perfect cherry tart, from understanding the unique qualities of Michigan cherries to mastering the ideal tart crust. We'll also share tips on preparing the filling, balancing flavors, and perfecting your baking techniques. Whether you're a seasoned baker or just starting out, get ready to impress your friends and family with a delicious cherry tart that showcases the best of Michigan's juicy gems. 1. Understanding Michigan cherries. Michigan cherries are renowned for their unique taste and quality. The state is one of the largest producers of tart cherries in the United States, and the climate there is ideal for growing these delectable fruits. The two main types of cherries grown in Michigan are tart Montmorency and sweet Bing cherries. Tart cherries are often used in baking due to their bright flavor and ability to hold their shape during cooking. When selecting cherries for your tarts, look for plump, firm, and brightly colored fruits. This ensures that the cherries are fresh and full of flavor. 2. Choosing the right tart crust. A great tart begins with a perfect crust. The crust serves as the foundation, providing a flaky, buttery base that complements the tartness of the cherries. For a classic tart, you might consider a pâte sucrée, which is a sweet pastry dough that balances the tart's flavors. Alternatively, a simple short crust pastry can also work well. Ensure your crust is chilled before baking to prevent it from shrinking. Rolling the dough evenly and not overworking it can help achieve that perfect, crisp texture. 3. Preparing the cherry filling. The filling is where the magic happens. For a cherry tart, you want a filling that showcases the cherry's natural flavors without overpowering them. Start by pitting the cherries. You can use a cherry pitter or a small knife. Toss the cherries with sugar, cornstarch, and a hint of lemon juice to enhance their taste and help thicken the filling. Some bakers like to add a touch of almond extract, which pairs beautifully with cherries. Allow the mixture to sit for a few minutes before filling your tart shell, letting the flavors meld together. 4. Balancing sweetness and tartness. One of the key challenges in making a cherry tart is achieving the right balance between sweetness and tartness. Michigan cherries are naturally tart, so it's important to adjust the sugar levels to ensure that the tart is not too sour. Taste the cherries before adding sugar. This will give you a good sense of how much sweetness is needed. Remember, it's always easier to add more sugar than to take it away. A sprinkle of salt can also enhance the sweetness and depth of flavor, making your tart irresistible. 5. Baking techniques for perfect tart. Baking a cherry tart to perfection requires attention to detail. Preheat your oven to the proper temperature, usually around 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius, to ensure even cooking. Place the tart on the middle rack to promote even heat distribution. Keep an eye on the crust. It should turn a golden brown without burning. If the edges start to brown too quickly, cover them with aluminum foil. The filling should bubble up slightly and thicken as it cools, indicating it's fully cooked. 6. Serving and storing your cherry tart. Once your tart is baked to perfection, it's time to enjoy it. Allow the tart to cool slightly before slicing. This helps the filling set and makes serving easier. A dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of vanilla ice cream can complement the tart's flavors beautifully. If you have leftovers, store the tart in an airtight container in the refrigerator. It can last for up to 3 days, although it's unlikely to stick around that long. 7. Exploring variations and additions. While a classic cherry tart is delightful on its own, there are numerous ways to add a twist to your creation. Consider adding other fruits like blueberries or raspberries for a mixed berry tart. Incorporating spices such as cinnamon or nutmeg can add warmth and depth to the flavor profile. For a bit of crunch, sprinkle almonds or pecans on top before baking. These variations can provide a fresh take on a traditional favorite. 8. Common mistakes to avoid. Even experienced bakers can encounter challenges when making cherry tarts. One common mistake is using cherries that are not ripe enough, which can result in a lackluster filling. Additionally, overcooking the tart can cause the cherries to become mushy. Be mindful of your baking time and temperature. Finally, resist the urge to cut into the tart too soon after baking. Patience is key to achieving the perfect texture. By following these tips, you can create a cherry tart that not only highlights the deliciousness of Michigan cherries but also delights the taste buds of anyone fortunate enough to have a slice. Happy baking!